When you think of North Korea, the images that come to mind are usually identical: massive military parades, endless rows of goose-stepping soldiers, and the constant threat of nuclear ambitions. This extreme militarization is matched by a physical isolation that is almost absolute. Seen from space, the entire country is swallowed by darkness, a black void wedged between the glowing modern economies of South Korea and China. Inside that darkness, the state projects an image of unified perfection. Public squares frequently fill with thousands of citizens in formal wear and traditional dress, executing meticulously choreographed mass dances. The state presents these as spontaneous celebrations of the regime. The reality on the ground is a daily psychological operation. Roaming vans patrol the streets with massive loudspeakers, blasting 1980s military anthems and revolutionary messages from dawn until dusk, creating a constant din that disorients the public. All of this orchestrated uniformity serves a specific purpose. It is designed to convince the outside world and the citizens themselves that the country is a single, obedient entity. But behind that facade are 25 million individuals trying to survive. State control extends deep into what would normally be civilian entertainment. Take the circus. Instead of simple amusement, a North Korean circus is a rigid, state-enforced performance steeped in communist kitsch and spandex. The audience response is equally managed. When the crowd claps, they quickly drift into perfect, unyielding synchronicity. It isn't genuine applause. It is a learned survival mechanism where participating in the collective rhythm proves your loyalty to the state. That loyalty is reinforced by a total absence of outside information. The internet as we know it simply does not exist for the general public. In its place, the state fills the visual landscape with murals of smiling children cheering beneath ballistic missiles. By eliminating external media, global news, and open communication, the government creates a total information vacuum. The regime seeks a total monopoly on the citizens' internal reality. To achieve this, the state systematically infiltrates the most private human milestones, starting with the very formation of a new family. Global traditions are entirely erased. The average citizen has no concept of what Christmas is. Instead, late December is reserved for celebrating the birthdays of the Kim family's matriarchs, while April and February are mandated holidays for past supreme leaders. Those birthdays take precedence over everything, including marriage. Citizens are forbidden from scheduling their weddings on the birthdays of Kim Il-sung or Kim Jong-il. And when a couple does marry, local Workers' Party officials are often assigned to the guest list to monitor the event. A wedding is rarely a private celebration. Immediately after the ceremony, the newlyweds are required to walk to the imposing bronze statues of the supreme leaders, lay down their wedding flowers, and take their official photographs. To complete the image, the women wear vibrant traditional hanbok dresses. These bursts of color are mandated for the cameras, projecting an illusion of cultural prosperity, while lapel pins of the leaders rest close to their hearts. Once the photos are taken, the celebration abruptly ends. There are no honeymoons. Couples are expected to return to their state-assigned jobs the very next morning. By hijacking milestones like marriage and childbirth, the state ensures that personal joy is tethered entirely to the leadership. The citizens are forced into a state of perpetual performance, leaving almost no room for a private life. But the state's capacity to maintain this illusion is fracturing. After the country's economy and government-sponsored medical care collapsed in the 1990s, hospitals emptied out. Today, most babies in rural areas are born at home without the help of a medical professional. This chart compares the height of teenage boys in North and South Korea. Because of rampant starvation, North Korean boys are 9 centimeters shorter. Despite shared ancestry, this gap results from agricultural failure and prioritizing military spending over feeding citizens. Left to starve, the citizens had to adapt. They created the Jangmadang, a vast undocumented network of grassroots black markets. People trade food, clothes, and tools, bypassing the centrally planned economy entirely just to survive. These markets also became smuggling hubs. Hidden among the vegetables and bicycle parts are flash drives loaded with South Korean soap operas and Hollywood films. People gather in darkened rooms, using battery-powered media players to watch the outside world. This illegal flow of information is deeply dangerous to the state. Watching a foreign movie proves that the outside world is wealthy and free, exposing the regime's lies and turning passive citizens into active participants in their own quiet defiance. For some, that defiance means leaving. In 2015, a 15-year-old girl named Emma crossed the frozen Yalu River under the cover of darkness. She escaped the regime, but she had to leave her mother behind. Emma wrote about her dream for the future. She imagines the year 2045, sitting on a commercial flight from South Korea, descending into her hometown of Haesan in a free and open country. In her story, she walks the familiar dirt roads from the station to her childhood home. When the wooden door opens, she wonders if, after 30 years apart, she and her mother will still recognize each other. Emma's story is a reminder of the reality behind the propaganda. North Korea is a nation of incredibly resourceful people, starting businesses in the black markets, smuggling in truths, and fighting to reunite their families. These individual acts of survival and smuggled information are gradually eroding the state's monopoly on truth. Supporting rescue missions provides a direct lifeline to the people leading this change, turning the hope of a free North Korea into reality.